Top of the morning, fellas. It's a beautiful Saturday morning here at Kaplan Cycles. Feast your eyes on this class of 1976 Harley-Davidson Ironhead Sportster. If you follow the channel, this is one of my favorite Harley-Davidsons ever. In fact, our company logo is a 77 Sportster. Pardon the noise in the background. We got the road glide on the dyno and squirrels over there with the leaf blower, so a little noisy here, but we're about to fill the jungle with sound with this one. Wait till you hear how this thing sounds. I'll fire it up in a second, but let me go through a quick spec sheet on it. Engine, it was rebuilt 4,031 miles ago. Complete engine rebuild, crank up with new crank. Everything was done on this thing. Wiseco 10 over pistons, Andrews P+ cam. It's an absolute beautiful machine. It's got the lake pipes with the adjustable baffle in here. So right now the baffle's closed. If you want to open it up and fill the jungle with sound, that's your prerogative. Corbin Gentry saddle, Fat Bob tanks. We just put quite a bit of time and money into this thing, going right through it. Let me give you a quick riding demo on it, and you can hear this baby run, and then we'll come back in and go over the spec sheet. Who needs alcohol or drugs or nicotine or caffeine, man? Just hop on your Sportster and get a natural high Saturday morning. Just had a big breakfast, went to the gym, and took this baby out for a nice ride, and man, I am good to go. My day's complete. Typical, classic Ironhead style, black and chrome, but this one's been taken to the next level. If you think this, you're gonna buy that Facebook one that just needs a carb clean for $3 or $4 grand and turn it into this. You got another thing coming. I have receipts for $12,000 worth of upgrades and services. I guess I want to start I talked about the engine a little bit already. The running gear on this thing is spectacular. It's been upgraded with a set of progressive shocks, a ½ inch longer than stock. They look like the originals, but they're 10 times better. It's a $350 pair of shocks. You've got the progressive fork springs with new fork seals, and the forks have been redone. The lowers have been professionally polished in our shop here. We did that. The uppers are in excellent shape. The chrome's in mint shape. Usually it's all pitted. Even has the original Sportster XLH decal on there from 1976. The headlight's been upgraded from the original to a nice halogen H4, much brighter. The headlight visor has been polished. When the engine was rebuilt, it got a new tachometer and speedometer upgraded to the chrome drag specialties, showing 4,033 miles on it. 4-inch pull, 4-inch rise, 2-inch pullback risers with the stock bar mount with some nice new hardware and a set of Sportster Sport bars, original grips, chrome levers, cables are like new. The front wheel was taken off and vapor blasted and polished. The chrome is still in excellent condition. It has a drilled front rotor. The front caliper was redone and repainted with new hose. If you look closely at the tires, the hairy nubs are still on them. That's one of the secrets to a great handling bike. Once a bike's tires 3, 4, 5 years old, it may still look like new, but they start to get real hard. This is real soft rubber. You can actually move it with your finger, so it just grips like it's on rails. Brand new Dunlop, Harley-Davidson Dunlops, front and rear. Brand new gold chain. Progressive shock with the progressive forks, and all the bearings on the bike, the swing arm and forks are tight. The thing handles like a dream. Nice comfy drag specialty saddle. It's even been upgraded with the highway pegs, which are a nice upgrade with the custom Harley-Davidson catalog pegs, matching shifter. Just a beautiful piece. Original brake lever, original pegs are mint condition. Eric never dropped this thing, never abused it. It was his baby, a lifetime long love affair with this thing. He was kind of sad when he dropped it off, but he knew we'd take it to the next level and go right through it, which we did. He upgraded it to the Fat Bob tank. Gives you an extra gallon of gas, which is important when you're going to the beach or on a long ride. The front and rear fenders were painted to match. It has some beautiful Harley-Davidson badges on the tank, classic Harley-Davidson badges. It has a matching Corbin Gentry saddle with the drag specialties backrest so the wife doesn't fly off the back, because these things, they call them a Sportster for a reason. This is the Harley-Davidson that won more races in championships for Harley than any other motorcycle ever made. They made hill climbs, drag racers, street racers, cafe racers, even their production 77 cafe racer. People have raced them off-road in Barstow to Vegas and turned them into dirt bikes and everything in between. It's a lightweight, small chassis, American made. They're pretty much bulletproof. Starting at the front, those are polished aluminum fork lowers. Those, they look like chrome. We just did them in our shop, but all the aluminum on the bikes are polished. The visor and all the chrome is in excellent condition. The pipes are in like brand new condition. As I mentioned, there's a baffle. There's a bolt holding the baffle on. You can turn it sideways so it's an open pipe, or you can close it for inspection or for riding around town. Right now they're closed. A little quieter for a Saturday morning around town. It only takes a couple minutes to change it. I like the way it sounds with the baffles in. You can see it's got a new chrome sprocket to go with the new gold chain. The brake backing plate is chrome. It's got a chrome chain guard, chrome wheels. The backrest is chrome. The paint job on the oil tank was done the same time the fuel tank and fenders were done. The original oil cap is mint. The rocker boxes have been polished. It's got an S&S air cleaner on there. The right side engine cover has been chromed. It has a live to ride, ride to live on there, and also the chrome cap for the starter. This is a generator. Sportster has got a generator in the front. The generator light works perfectly. All of the electrical on this bike, the turn signals, the horn, the high beam, the low beam, the brake light, both the hand brake and the foot brake are perfect. Electrically, the bike's a 10. Mechanically, it's a 10. And cosmetically, the bike's a 10. So you can see this entire clutch primary side cover has been professionally chromed. The shift lever has been polished to match all the chrome. The engine's been repainted. I'll grab the work order and go over that, but it's got a brand new battery in it. Also a brand new chrome battery cover that we just put on it. It's running fresh VP fuel. The carb's been rebuilt and tuned. New plug wires and plugs. It's been gone through top to bottom, front to back. And again, this is a two-owner bike. My friend Eric owned it for the last 40 years. I've got the clean title in hand and an extensive list of work orders here that I'll go over. I got a stack of paperwork along with the clean title. We just went through the whole bike. We replaced the fuel petcock, installed the battery cover with a new tender lead so you can leave it charging over the winter. New ground strap for the battery. Installed the new speedo cover. Replaced the flasher relay. Get the turn signals dialed. Of course, it's got that brand new gold chain. We also did the rear brake shoes while we were at it and we had it apart. Basically dismantled the bike, took the front end and the rear end off and went through everything and detailed it to the nines. We regasketed the rocker boxes. They were leaking a bit. Adjusted the push rods, replaced the intake seals, installed the brand new choke cable. This choke on this bike is what I'll call a manual choke. In order to open it, you pull this button right here. You pull it out. In order to close it on this side, you push it down over here, right here. So you open it on that side and close it on this side. You don't need the choke once it's warm. You only use that for a second when you start it in the morning. You can see it's got a new fuel petcock and fuel lines. If you look there, those are brand spanking new. We also replaced the taillight lens. Brand new Dunlops front and rear, which are balanced. The thing rides like a dream. We also replaced the brake drum along with the brake shoes in the rear. The brake drum is brand new. So as far as the cosmetics go, bike was washed. Of course, it was previously repainted and all the chrome done. We steam cleaned it, hand washed it, top to bottom, from the bottom of the engine to the top of the bars, degreased and cleaned it. We polished the aluminum on the fork lowers. We polished the wheels, polished all the chrome. We sanded down and painted the rear swing arm, painted the kickstand. We painted the front brake caliper, touched up the original frame paint in a couple spots, polished, buffed, and waxed all the painted parts, touched up the engine paint, cleaned under the front fender while we had it apart and the front end was dismantled. We polished the shifter so it looks like chrome. We polished the valve covers, polished and cleaned the chain guard, went over the whole thing, gave it a full, what we call a rotisserie detail in the detail shop. That took 20 hours. That's a lengthy process. Just polishing the fork lowers is a 4-hour job. That's once you have the front end dismantled. That's professionally done. The bike is absolutely freaking gorgeous. If you're looking for a diamond to add to your collection that all the heavy lifting's been done on, a bike that's been owned by the same guy for 40 years and well cared for, your ship just came in. The value of these iron heads is skyrocketing. We have a new 76 in stock with 92 miles on it that came from the Chip Watkins collection. It last sold at auction 2 years ago for $22,500. That one's going back up for sale. It's probably the last new one on the market. The book value, NADA blue book value for this motorcycle in excellent condition is $10,285. So there's several examples that are sold for well north of that. It really depends on the condition, and if you know what you're looking at and you know what it costs to do one of these or how much time it takes to do this kind of a restoration, well, then you're willing to pay up. You're not going to buy a $3,000 or $4,000 Craigslist Facebook turd and try to turn it into this. It'll take you forever and cost you a fortune. In fact, it'll cost you north of 12 grand to do exactly what all the options and upgrades that have been done on this bike with the receipts and documentation is $12,085. So as far as the short parts list, because there's a longer one, I'll give you the short one. New speedo cable, new fuel petcock, new rear brake shoes, new flasher relay, new battery cover kit, new rear tire, new front tire, new gold chain, new taillight lens, new top end gasket kit, and new Maxima 50-weight oil, and of course the brake drum that I mentioned there. Then we get into the work that was done on the engine. The engine was completely dismantled, cleaned, vapor blasted, and painted the black Harley-Davidson texture paint. Brand new main bearings, brand new Wiseco pistons, was bored 10 over, new intake valves, 2 new exhaust valves, 2 new intake valves, 4 new cam bearings, a new Harley-Davidson rod set, match set, new gasket set complete, new snap ring, new countershaft needle bearings, new intake guides, two new exhaust guides, new clutch cable, new transmission sprocket, new transmission seal, 4 new tappet rollers, 2 new shifter forks from Harley-Davidson. This thing shifts like a dream. Sometimes a 50-year-old bike can be a little sloppy. This one shifts like a new Sportster. Has a set of Andrews PB Plus cams. If you Google that, it'll come up. And those are the Andrews exhaust cam that you run with the stock intake, Andrews intake cam, and they work fantastic. Runs phenomenal. Lot more horsepower from down low to redline. New pinion bearing set, 2 main bearing snap rings, new cam shims, a new condenser kit, new stainless steel intake clamps, 2 transmission thrust washers, 2 manifold spacer rings, a tap and plug kit, 2 spark plugs, and a new oil pump body. So the rod set alone will set you back close to $500 today. The Wiseco pistons are a couple $100. There's substantial investment in parts to do this job today. Would be, well, you'd spend well north of $3,000 to redo this engine. So I've got all the receipts for what was done here. It was done 4,000 miles ago. Eric's only ridden the bike 4,000 miles in the last 25 years. It's just been sitting on display in his man room, and he hasn't been riding it much at all. Just, you know, a couple 100 miles a year. But it's been the apple of his eye for many time, and it's time to let it go. After 40 years, he's getting up there. Time to let someone else enjoy this baby. So that's why he bought it here. And I hope I've done justice to what he's done to it and also to what we've done to it. Our work order for everything we did was a total of 34.25 hours of shop labor at $150 an hour, plus $1,197 in parts. It came to $6,335 for the work we did to it. The engine receipt I have for the engine rebuild when he had it done was $2,500. The tank and the paint job was $1,000. Seat was $300. The backrest was $100. The pipes are $250. Tack and speedo were $250. The chrome primary was $400. The chrome cam covers were $200. $150 on the air cleaner. The shocks and forks were $350 and $150 respectively, and the highway pegs were $150. There's more done to the bike, but just what I added up here was $12,085. It's got the nice lay-down license plate with the chrome trim ring, and lots of details on this bike that, well, when you're obsessed with the bike. This was done right. Sometimes I see guys do bikes. If you stand back and look at the profile of this bike, it's exactly what a Sportster is supposed to look like, man. It's, you know, a lot of people put the ape hangers on them or slam them to the ground. This was set up to be a rider. This is a bike you hop up and ride it to the beach on a Saturday morning or to the bike show or down to the Harley shop. You'll be the only dude there with an iron head because everybody's on these new twin cams and the M8s, and they have no soul. They're not going to idle like this potato that this one rumbles out. And they're going to drop in value. Any new bike in the last that you buy today or any bike in the last 10 years is still dropping in value for the first 20 years. This bike is 50 years old, 50. It was built in the fall of 75. It's a 76 model. It's a classic. It's remarkable how good it runs and how good it looks at 50 years old. And if you take care of it 20, 30 years from now, leave it indoors, ride it regularly, take care of it, it'll look exactly like it does now. You just got to keep it clean, keep fresh oil in it, keep the battery plugged in, and run ethanol-free fuel. But big fan of these iron heads. I've loved these since I've had a love affair with iron heads since I was 12 years old and saw my first 77 XLCR cafe racer that left a big impression on me. Local guy had one and he used to rip down Route 6 at a buck 10, buck 15. I don't know, he's absolutely ripping with a set of straight pipes on it. Thing sounded insane. Left a big impression on a young kid, and I've got one. When you walk in the museum, it's the first bike you'll see is a 77 cafe racer. Anyways, the 76 is a beautiful piece. It handles and rides like new. Looks like a duck, sounds like a duck, and quacks like a duck. It's a duck. So, going to be sold at auction on eBay. The reserve will be a little less than what I have for receipts that were put into the bike. So basically, the bike you couldn't duplicate. You couldn't buy that $4,000 or $5,000 Sportster and turn it into this without spending substantially more. That's always the case. It's better to buy one that's done than buy one that you have to build yourself, unless you want to spend a year of nights and weekends. This one's done. It's an investment quality piece, and it just needs a new home. It'll be on display here in the New England Motorcycle Museum. You're welcome to come take a look at it. We're open 7 days a week this time of year, and may the best man win and enjoy this baby for another 40 years. Thanks for watching. God bless America.